Hello, I have a little unboxing I wanted to do because I had a lot of credits that I didn't know I had because I thought I turned this off, but apparently I hadn't. So I need to use them because otherwise they're just gonna go bad. So I bought the month and then you can pick two on top of that. So I'm trying to do that so I can use up my credits. So I thought I'd do a little unboxing with you and show you what I got. So the first book I have is this nice pick, and it was Ink Sister Scribe by Emma Torres. And I don't know much about this except for it was a fantasy about two estranged half-sisters tasked with guarding their family's library of magical books. They must work together to unravel a deadly secret at the heart of their collection, a tale of familial loyalty and betrayal, and the pursuit of magic and power. So, sounds really good. Then I got this one because I have been wanting to try it, but I didn't know if I'd like it because I'm not a huge pirate story person. And this is The Adventures of Mina Al-Sarafi, and this is by Shannon Chakraborty, which I've just heard really good things, and I was really interested, and I basically got it for free, right? Because those credits were gonna go bad. So use that. And then I got Wayward by Amelia Hart, and this one I had heard from my friend Karen over at Roving Reader, and she recommended it to me, and I don't really know anything about it except for she thought it would be a free book, and she told me it was cozy and witchy and dual timeline, so you know, I'm here for it. It looks like timeline of 1619, 1942, and 2019, and I think it's going to be like all weaved together of three extraordinary women across 5 centuries. So this sounds really good, and this cover is gorgeous. So that's my little haul for you. I'm very excited for these. I think that they're all ones that I probably wouldn't have picked up outside of this, except for this one I would have picked up probably, but these two were kind of just, they sounded interesting, and since I had already kind of spent the money on them and they were going to expire, and I don't want to keep paying for book of the month, so I need to use up the credits, thought it'd be perfect time to try these. So yeah. And then I wanted to talk about Memory Police because I did just finish this, and I had started this earlier in the week, and then I just finished the last like 100 pages a little bit ago. So this is a book that's about this town and like city, and memories are taken from them. So like sometimes you'll wake up and pencils could be gone and they've disappeared and you have to throw them out, and they don't really have any memories attached to them anymore. So a lot of the people are not very worried about getting rid of this stuff because they don't feel anything towards that object anymore. But there are people who do still feel something for those objects and have all their memories still intact, and those people are also hunted down by the memory police, who are in charge of getting rid of the things that have disappeared but also finding these people who still remember. And our main character, her mother was taken when she was very young because she was one of the people who remembered everything. And our main character is a very interesting perspective to follow because she has that experience of her mother being taken away and knowing that she died after going with these memory police, but then also she doesn't remember the objects, so she feels this detachment from everything. So then our main character, she ends up helping her colleague who used to edit her books for her, because he can remember things, and so she ends up helping him and trying to make sure he doesn't get taken by these memory police. And it's really interesting because she is unnamed and she never gets a name, and even our main character, or our other character that she's helping, he is only referred to as R, and there's like an old man and he's just referred to as old man. So a lot of the characters, they don't even have names, and even families will have a last name, but it will just be like I think it's the Inuit family, and you don't ever get people's names. So you also feel very detached from the characters, and it's just kind of this dystopian type story. And it reminded me a lot of, what's the story that I read in middle school, high school? It was let me ask my husband. Babe, what's the book that you couldn't see colors and everyone was assigned different like tasks, and then there's this boy who works with the giver? That's it. Thank you. I just needed to talk it out. So this reminds me a lot of The Giver by Lois Lowry in some certain ways, because if I've read it so long ago that I can't really really compare them. When I was reading this, it just brought up memories of reading The Giver and having the same kind of feelings where it just feels very like disconnected from the world we know. It's like very dystopian and it just feels very like melancholy the whole time. I really enjoyed like the beginning. I thought it was really interesting and continuing to read, but there are these chapters that you're just getting of the book that the main character is writing, and it is loosely like connected in main like themes of what's happening. I wouldn't say like plot wise it's very connected, but I just felt like it wasn't needed in the story. It felt a little disjointed reading those back and forth, and I thought they would connect more than they do. And really, I just think it hones the same like point she's trying to make, which is that our memories are important and how they can slip away from us, and like a controlling government and what people are like kind of willing to like look past, because every new thing that disappears, people are just kind of like, oh well, at least it was just this. And so it just is like very easy to kind of accept what their new reality is without much like resistance. And even when people are taken, there's not very much resistance, and I just found that whole thing so fascinating. But I think the interspersing of the chapter she was writing, I just felt like kind of disconnected me from the story a little. The last like 100 pages I just don't think were as strong. Like I found myself a little bit bored by the end and wanting to like get to the end and just know what happens. The ending I really did actually like. It's kind of an open ending in certain ways. Like I wouldn't say if you like everything like neatly wrapped up that this does that. I don't think it's totally open-ended, but it was kind of vague in its ending. And I enjoyed that about it, and I think I really did enjoy the way it ended. But overall, the idea I really enjoyed, and most of the execution I liked. But there was bits that just didn't hit for me. I would still pick up more from this author, because I do think it wasn't like hard to read or hard to get into. It just was a little slow for my liking, I think. So as you saw, we went to the farmer's market and that was really fun. And then we went to the pool in our complex and read a little bit there. And so I did a lot of stuff today and I feel a little worn out. Even though that doesn't sound like a lot of stuff, it's a lot of stuff for me who is a homebody introvert. So I'm ready to just decompress and relax and find my next book. I will probably be sitting here or out there and playing Disney Dreamlight Valley and reading another book. Those are the goals for the rest of the day. I just wanted to check in. What are you doing? Do you need help? Are you stuck? It's about 11:30 right now. We just went to my parents this morning and had a nice family breakfast for my dad for his birthday. And that was really fun. But we just got back and I wanted to tell you what I'm reading. So I started Small Miracles by Olivia Atwater last night. This is one that I had put on my holds for the library and it just came in. And so I decided to get to that one because even though there's other ones that I could be reading right now, I love Olivia Atwater's writing. I just really fell in love with it with Half a Soul and 10,000 Stitches. And so I'm just really excited to read it. So far, I'm liking, there's like angels, and I don't really know much about it except for there's an angel who is kind of like tries to get people to do like small sins, like eating chocolate and stuff, and is sent on a mission because there's someone out there who is too good. They have too, like, they haven't sinned at all. So the other angel is putting them in charge of getting them to sin just a little bit. And I'm not really sure where the story is going to go, but I'm having a fun time. And I like the banter between them and just the funniness. There's little like footnotes that they'll give you and they're just entertaining. So I'm having a good time and I'm just going to dive into the story really not knowing too much. But I just really love Olivia Atwater's writing. So that's the plan for today. It's really rainy outside right now. So not really going to do anything out there. I think just curl up with my book and relax. I wanted to show you this. Let's see. I got this from off Amazon and it is like a sweater and then it's a tank top and shorts and I'm obsessed with it. It's so comfortable, like really comfortable for just lounging, but I feel put together with this. So yeah, I'm just obsessed and I had to share. It is later now, Tuesday, and I haven't updated you in a little bit, but I wanted to update because I am 59% of the way through Small Miracles and I'm loving it so much. So it's still about this angel who is assigned to this one woman who is like not sinned at all, and basically Gadriel's job is to get her to sin a little bit so that her good score goes down by a little bit because it's like very high. And there's just been so many times that I'm laughing out loud, I'm highlighting like funny things, and I do think this is going to be more of a fantasy romance, just based on like how the story's progressing. But I love that Olivia Atwater adds extra elements to her fantasy romances. So while it is fantasy romance, it's been a little bit slow burn, which she's done that with her other books, Half a Soul and 10,000 Stitches, that I've really enjoyed. But there's also like this other plot going on that keeps you entertained while the relationship is forming. And so it's been really good. It's been really nice. So yeah, so I'm enjoying this a ton and I can't wait to finish it. I think I'm going to fly through it. It says it's only 1 hour to go. I think the actual book is only 230 some pages, so it's not very long either. If you're looking for like a quick, kind of cute romance, it's a good one. I enjoy it. And what am I doing now? I'm trying to like, I finished editing a video, getting it uploaded, so I'm trying to be ahead of schedule. And I've been using, I'll show you, I've been using, I don't know if you can see that, Notion to help track a lot of things for myself. And I've used it in the past, but I got far too complicated with it. And then I just like never used it. So I tried to create something that was going to be a little easier for me to use. And I've been really loving it. So I think I'm actually on Saturday going to film like a reset video because I've seen a lot of people do this kind of concept and I really love it because I've always loved like having a reset day because I often, like lately especially, I've been feeling just that I'm not on top of things. Things are like slipping away from me. And so having like a day where I'm sitting down and kind of resetting, I think is easier for me to do like small resets throughout the month. So like every Saturday. I don't do Sundays because Sundays I find I just want to relax. So I'm making my reset day Saturday. And I just think I'm going to record a video just going over what I'm going to be doing just to maybe like show you my way of doing it because I think that I'm trying to create better systems for myself through my illness and just like in general, staying organized is hard sometimes for me, but I love organizing. And so I need it to like function, but I don't always maintain it. And so this has been helping me to actually maintain it. So I thought I'd share. If that's interesting to you, because I do want this channel to be like mostly about books, but I also want to talk about other things like cozy living and just living with chronic illness and things like that. So I want to incorporate more things like that into my videos. So I think that's what I'm going to do on Saturday. So I'm trying to like get some things done ahead of time, so that I can have like the reset. Basically, I'm trying to get my editing done. And yeah, I'm also trying out Reels and like TikTok and stuff and trying to like do that a bit more. And I've created one and a couple videos that I'm gonna now edit. Short form content's a lot. It's just like there's a lot that goes into it for such small like videos. Like I enjoy making long form content, and so short form content is just like a whole new world to me. So I'm dabbling in that. And yeah, the rest of the night, Noah's working until like 9, so he won't even be home till like 10. So I'm just going to sit here and work a little bit and then relax and hopefully finish this, because I definitely will finish it tonight and let you know my final thoughts. But so far, it's just been a cute, fun read, and I'm enjoying just being in the world. And I will literally pick up anything Olivia Atwater writes because I'm obsessed. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Hello, I wanted to wrap up this reading vlog because I didn't check in past the 50% mark, so I ended up finishing Small Miracles and I absolutely loved it. It was 5 stars. It was a really sweet fantasy romance. I just really love anything Olivia Atwater writes, truly. I will pick up anything she writes. I think she has solidified her spot, more than solidified her spot as a favorite author. I just think the way that she writes her romance really speaks to me, and I love it. I love the slow burn. I love seeing the relationship progress and see how they support each other. She writes relationships that really support one another, even when they can be kind of like opposites. It's so good. And I will never say like I swear I will never hate an Olivia Atwater book because they're so good. So I'm so happy I picked that up. I will be purchasing that book because it's got to go on the shelf. I just absolutely love it. And I think that it's going to appeal to a wider range of readers. So the historical fantasy, like Regency romance, I think is really good, but I think maybe not everyone wants a historical type book. So I think this one would be a good one to try if you don't like historical quite as much. I think that would be a good intro to Olivia Atwater. And if you like something with a little bit more humor, this was really funny. So I really, really enjoyed it. And then I also read in this reading vlog The Memory Police, and I gave my thoughts on that. So those are all the books I read, and I just wanted to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.